Hello everyone, my name is Beatrice and this is week 2 of my weight loss journey. So I'm going to be weighing myself today and sharing with you guys everything I ate for the week and any exercise that I did, and just taking you along my personal weight loss journey in hopes that it will help you and motivate you as well. So let's watch the clip of when I weighed myself this morning. I like to weigh myself with no clothes and before I eat or drink anything in the morning, so I always record those ahead of time. So let's watch that real quick. Okay, so as you can see, I started at 208 and then last week for my first week weigh-in I weighed 205.2 and today I weighed 205.8. So yes, I did not lose any weight, but I will tell you, I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but during ovulation week I tend to retain water. So I think that is what's going on, because I feel like I've lost weight but the scale doesn't show it. And also the beginning of the week I did a lot of like strength training exercises and I was very sore for a few days. So that could be another thing that affected my weight, because I could have gained muscle weight and that could be the difference that I'm seeing on the scale. So the first day that I kept track of everything I ate, I wrote down that I had coffee and water for breakfast, a 2-egg omelet with ham and cheese and peppers and onions. This day I did 30 minutes of exercise using a YouTube video. For lunch that day I had 2 slices of bread with ham and some peanut butter and some yogurt. And then dinner was jerk chicken with rice, glazed carrots, and then at some point after dinner I had a banana for snack and I had a glass of wine. I would call it dessert wine because I had it after dinner. Make sure you watch the end of the video. That's where I posted all the pictures of some of the meals that I made. So if you're interested in seeing my portions and how my finished meals look, make sure to watch the pictures at the end. So the second day, I didn't exactly do exercise like on the treadmill, but I visited my local flea market and I'm sure you guys saw that video as well. That flea market is humongous and I walked for an hour, fast-paced walking. I broke a sweat, so I counted that as my exercise for the day. But for breakfast that day I had another omelet, spicy omelet with some hot sauce and turkey breast and cheese. And then I had an apple with that and I drank a bunch of water. For lunch I had some of the pork rinds that I bought at the flea market. And then throughout the day I ate 2 bananas and blueberries. So I guess I didn't really have a set lunch that day. I was just snacking. And then for dinner that day we had chicken tacos with some homemade corn tortillas that I used the masa mix for. And I made the homemade salsa and some water and diet ginger ale. And every day I've been trying to drink 4 to 5 of my purple bottles of water. So I've been trying to stay consistent with that. So that was day 2. And day 3 I had yogurt, blueberries, and a little bit of whole grain cereal on the top, kind of to act like a granola. So I had that for breakfast. For lunch I had a tomato sandwich and a small papaya from our garden. And then for dinner I made a chicken tomato dish and I had 3 small fried green tomatoes, and I have that video posted as well. It's on my 11 things to do with tomatoes video. But I also took a picture, so you get to see that at the end. And I did 30 minutes of exercise, again using YouTube videos, which I like YouTube videos because you can adjust it to how you're feeling that day. I did very intense, like full body workouts, and that's why I was sore the rest of the week. But if you're feeling a little bit lazy or like if you're feeling sore, you can do yoga or like Pilates, something a little bit more low intensity, I should say. Okay. The fourth day, I did another 30 minutes of exercise. I had oatmeal, banana with no sugar in it because the banana was very ripe, so it added enough sweetness to the oatmeal. And I had some coffee, and then I took a picture of this as well, 2 hummus wraps that I made with lettuce, tomato, and some hot sauce and some hummus. And then I made for dinner pizza stuffed tomatoes, that's also in my tomato video, with a little bit of rice and ground beef. And for dessert, I made these keto chocolate cakes, which were really good. We had those with whipped cream and strawberries, and the whipped cream was also sweetened with the sugar-free monk fruit sweetener, so that was really good. Fifth day, I had no exercise that day because I was sore. I had one of those keto chocolate cakes for breakfast again, and I added some peanut butter to that and whipped cream, and I had an orange with that. And then I had coffee and water. For lunch, I made a little simple microwave pizza with, I had some Indian naan bread. It was like this big. I think I put a picture of that. I put some mozzarella cheese and some tomatoes on it and pepperoni. So I just microwaved that for like 20 seconds, and that was a little pizza. I had one of those Nutri-Grain bars. It's like the fruit and grain bars for a snack. And for dinner, we had grits with sausage, tomato, and Brussels sprouts. And then that night, I was really hungry, so I had coffee with cream and sugar for like a dessert. Once again, I wasn't hungry in the morning, so I just had coffee with cream and sugar. I didn't have like a set breakfast. But then later on that day, I had a plate of fruits, which I took a picture of. And then that was kind of like brunch, I would say, because I didn't have breakfast. And then that afternoon we went to a Chinese buffet, and I risked the temptation. I'll show you the 2 plates that I had at the buffet. I try to stick to high protein and vegetables and not so much of the carbs, and I did not have dessert, which I'm very proud of. Last day, which will be yesterday, I recorded that I had coffee with cream and sugar for breakfast, and I had a very late breakfast. I had this little fruit bar. It's kind of like a dried, like a fruit leather bar. I bought it from Winn-Dixie, but I did put a picture in it so you can see. I don't really know what to describe it as. I had one of those like early on in the day, and then my actual breakfast was half a cup of oatmeal with peanut butter, and I put a little bit of chocolate chips in there. And then I had a small papaya from my garden again as a snack / lunch. I didn't really eat lunch that day since I ate my actual oatmeal so late. I did 30 minutes on the treadmill on like a brisk walking pace at 6 incline. So I broke a good sweat doing that. And for dinner we had some beef with carrots, and we had broccoli on the side, and I had a little bit of white rice, maybe like a 1/4 cup. It wasn't much at all. So that's what I did the last day, and I did indulge in a little bit of ice cream for dessert. So yeah, that's everything I ate and all the exercise I did for the week. I think I only did not do exercise for 1 day. So I did pretty good on the exercise, kept my water intake good. I did eat a little bit more carbs this week, but I add so much more exercise to the week and more intense exercise, so I feel like that evened it out. And like I said before, I really feel like I'm retaining water from ovulation, and the fact that I didn't gain the few pounds that I usually gain around this time is a huge plus. So I only gained about half a pound. So maybe next week we'll see the difference. If I am down a few more pounds, then we know that this week was because of the water retention or maybe muscle mass. I'm not sure yet. But I told you guys I would share with you the good and the bad, so that's why I'm making this video. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys on week 3 for my week 3 weigh-in and another overview of everything I did for the week. Make sure you guys don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.